fellas, have you ever talked to a guy or you were having a conversation with a dude and every 5 seconds, right? Every fucking 5 seconds, he, first of all, not even paying attention to what you're saying, right? So his eyes start wandering off and his fucking jaw drops and he's like, damn, she's fine, dog. She got a fat ass. Looking hard as hell at her, right? Looking hard as hell at this chick. Now it kind of feels awkward. It kind of feels uncomfortable, right? And this dude, this is like the third time in the conversation that he's done this, okay? This is called thirst. This is called being thirsty. And a lot of men have this mind state, okay? First of all, disclaimer number one, Tarik appreciates him, a fine young lady, right? Tarik appreciates him, a fine, young, petite, young thing, right? With curves, with a slim waist with curves, right? She didn't have to be nothing out of an IG post or anything. Speaking of IG models, right? I'm gonna get to that in a little bit later and how these thirsty guys obsess over these bras, okay? But Tarik, you know, he appreciates him, a fine little thing with curly hair, right? Not just a petite little nice thing, okay? So I do appreciate a good-looking young lady, but to some extent, okay? And some guys, they take it so overboard to where they are thirsty as shit. Like, damn, bro, do you need some water? Do you need some Gatorade right now? Are you good? Are you getting enough play? Have you gotten enough play? And this is what it subconsciously communicates to other people, right? Is that you probably don't get too much play because you have this very predatory, hungry, and thirsty look in your eyes every 5 seconds. And I'm gonna get right into it. First of all, this is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I humbly appreciate it. So, as I stated earlier, okay, as I was talking about earlier, I alluded to, yes, I appreciate a fine young lady. I do appreciate beautiful young women, okay? And yes, the right opportunity comes along, I will engage in her. I will oblige if she is trying to perform some adult activities for shit show. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have testosterone and I don't got nuts hanging down between my legs, all right? But some guys just take it to just whole other, and you know what? I don't even like using this word, but I'm just gonna use it, perverted thirsty levels. It's like, bro, calm down. Calm down. Yes, I see that chick over there. Yes, she does look good. No, you don't have to have your mouth wide open. No, you don't have to have a creepy look in your eye. No, you don't have to be looking directly at her, talking about, damn, she bad. Oh, man, with your mouth falling off in front of her. We get it, bro. I swear to God, that's not going to attract her. You doing that, you looking thirsty as hell, you looking real hungry, like you haven't ate, like you're fasting for Ramadan, right? Female wise, like you've been on a female fast for I don't know how many, you know what I'm saying, how much time. You doing that is not attractive. It's not gonna attract the other chick. And furthermore, for other guys that you talking to, if the other guy, for example, I'm not saying I'm the most scholarly, just educated, sophisticated guy sitting on a mountaintop here, right? But if you're talking to someone like me who likes to think on higher levels, right? Who's not just focused down there every single second of the day, right? I actually think about other things besides that. Okay, yes, I think about young ladies just like every other man, right? But I think about other higher stuff. It's gonna make someone like that be like, damn, this dude is thirsty as hell and he probably doesn't get play too much. See, the only reason why men will give this thirsty ass, hungry, predatory type of weird, you know what I'm saying, like hungry, haven't had twat in 10 years type of vibe is exactly because of that. Because they haven't got play in so damn long, bro. Like, I swear to God, like y'all need to, men, I'm telling y'all this in the nicest way. Y'all, if you find yourself, and be truthful to yourself, be truthful now, right? Because I'm not perfect myself, and I had to look in the mirror and sit myself down and tell myself a lot of shit like, Tarik, you out of shape, you ugly as hell, you got bumps on your face, you need to fix that, okay? So I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I never did that before, but back to what I was saying, you guys need to really look in the mirror, be like, if you do this type of shit, like if you're constantly in this hungry, thirsty, looking at IG thoughts every few seconds, you feel me? When you're out and about, you just opening your mouth, drooling. You can't even concentrate on a conversation someone is having because every 5 minutes you like, oh man, damn, she fine, dog. Like, yeah, bro, trust me, I seen her. Trust me, I scanned her. I checked her out. She's a nice looking young lady. We don't need to sit here and stare and gawk at her and make it awkward so none of us get no play. Because you cock blocking both of us. You dig what I'm saying? But if you're that type of guy, fellas, you need to stop doing that thirsty shit. That shit is so embarrassing. It is so cringy. And especially, as I alluded to earlier, let's say I'm talking to Steve here, right? I'm just going to use Steve. Shout out to all my Steves out there. That's just the first name that came to my head. Let's take or you know what? Let's let's call him Timothy. Thirsty Timothy. Let's say I'm a shout out to my Timothys and my Tims out there, right? Let's say I'm talking to Thirsty Timothy, okay? And this guy every 5 minutes, like I alluded to earlier, is looking around, not even paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm talking about some shit over here, right? I'm talking about life. I'm talking about higher frequency shit. And this guy can't even concentrate. Every 5 minutes, he's looking over to the side with his mouth watering, talking about, oh, she bad, man. Yeah, and I seen her, and look, this is what this is gonna do. First of all, it's gonna make it awkward and cringy because this chick over there, let's call her Sally, shout out to my Sallys, she sees this guy being thirsty as fuck. So now what he's doing is, first of all, he's doing two things. He's killing two birds in one stone. He's making shit very cringy and awkward. And second, he's cock blocking both of us, right? Mainly himself, okay? But he's mainly making me or anybody else that's trying to be normal, right? That's trying to have a normal conversation, making it feel very awkward, and he's cock blocking. So he's making a very awkward situation, being thirsty, looking like he ain't getting none, right? Because let me tell y'all something, fellas. At some point, when you have enough young ladies, right? And like I said, I'm obliged a pretty young lady, right? And if she trying to talk or conversate, of course. But at some point, when you had enough young ladies, right? When you got the taste of the sweet nectar enough times, when you got the box enough times, it's like, okay, cool. She's a nice looking young lady. That's fine. That's what's up. I can dig it. She is a nice looking young lady. Then you move on or you go and talk to her, right? That's what a guy that gets it enough does. Now, what a guy that is thirsty as hell does is he's gonna sit there every 5 fucking minutes and keep looking at chicks very awkwardly and making a very uncomfortable and cringy situation, right? For everyone involved in a party, because it just looks bad when you got your mouth wide the fuck open, gawking at her, talking about, oh, you bad. You know what I'm saying? If you really think she that bad, go up to her and fucking talk to her instead of looking and staring and gawking at her and talking about her clearly, because she can sense that that you talking about her, right? Instead of doing that. You feel me? And what that tells me is that this guy probably does not get too much play. And I'm not saying this from a malicious place. I'm not saying this from a demeaning or condescending place. I'm just saying it like how it is. I'm gonna think that you didn't get enough snatch, right? I'm thinking that, because look, think of it this way. If, let's say you playing a basketball game, right? Let's say you playing a basketball game. Let's say there's a guy that made a shot, right? He made a shot. Okay, cool, you made a shot. And he breaks out into this big ass celebratory dance, and you feel me, just doing oh my God, I made a shot. I made a shot. You're gonna be subconsciously thinking in your head like, damn, he must not make shots too much, because he's just doing a little too much right now. That is the same exact concept with dudes who be doing too goddamn much when they see chicks and stuff, and then Their activities, bro. Like I said earlier with the whole IG models, their activities, all their activities are looking at IG thoughts. They probably have a subscription to OnlyFans. The only thing they obsess over, they're not trying to figure out anything philosophical, right? They're not trying to figure out ways to better their life. They're not trying to do anything high frequency. The only thing that they're involved in is low frequency activities, and a large portion, like 90% of that low frequency activity, if you had a pie chart, 90% of it will be thirsting over broads in a weird way. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, there is a way to pursue a young lady, to talk to a young lady in a normal way, in a way that someone that gets some does it, right? Then there's that weird gawking at her, talking about her in front of her, and she senses it type of way, right? To where neither you or me is gonna get that pussy. You feel me? I'm just keeping it straight up. A lot of guys exhibit this. Like, if I meet somebody, right? If there's a guy and he's constantly in the gym, this happens a lot in the gym. He is constantly, like, every 5 minutes drooling over a broad doing a squat or something like that. I stopped talking to him. I stopped talking to him because it's extreme. I don't want to be associated with someone that's thirsty. I just, you know what I'm saying? No one does. Subconsciously, even if you guys don't realize it, you don't want to be associated with a thirsty guy because it's just real cringy and awkward. She knows the guy is looking at her in a creepy fucking way. She knows the guy is just being overly thirsty, right? Go talk to her if you think she that fucking fine. Stop staring at her for 5 minutes straight, looking like Michael Myers, you feel me? Looking like a serial killer. Go and talk to her if you think she fine. Stop telling me how fine you think she is and go over there and talk to her. Yeah, I know she's fine. I took a quick glance and I seen her. Go over there and talk to her. Damn. God damn, bro. I know this came off as a little rant, but anyway, that was my video. Stop being thirsty, fellas. Just stop that hungry, thirsty look in your eye, all right? Peace.